So over the past year or so, I have been very closely working with multiple different music artists, well over 30 different independent music artists, trying to help them build their music fan bases. And after reviewing their music, their social medias, and the way that they kind of market themselves, I've noticed something. Where most artists are hitting properly is they're trying very hard, they have the work ethic, they're being consistent, they're talented, and some are even going viral, but they are still stuck. They are still broke, and they are still nameless. And it's not because their music isn't good. It's not because they don't have the talent. It's because 99% of these artists are making the same hidden mistakes. In this video, I'm going to pull up some real world examples from people inside of my private program, and I'm going to show you firsthand, live, together, what is silently killing their fan base growth. And from that, you're going to learn exactly what you personally need to be fixing inside of your content, your social media, and the way that you market yourself, so that the next time you post, it doesn't fall silently into the void like it has been for however long you've been struggling. Now, just to preface this video very quickly, I'm not teaching you how to build your music fan base in this video. I'm teaching you the mistakes that you're probably making in the process of building your music fan base. But if you're at step 0 and you don't even know the best strategy to build your music fan base, I made a full video breakdown on it on YouTube for completely free that you can go watch. The first link in the description will link you to that. It is a full 30-minute breakdown on every single strategy that music artists try to use. I break down the best one that you can use. It's free to do. It literally gets you results within 24 hours, and it is incredibly simple. And I broke down my 4-step process that you can copy and paste for yourself to build your music fan base from scratch. So after you watch this video and learn some of the mistakes that the people that are using that strategy are making in this video, you can go watch that video after and learn what the strategy is, how you can implement it for yourself so that you can see success with that strategy. But with that being said, let's get started. So one of my students, Jaden H, said, yo, he sent his Instagram and then he sent his TikTok, and he said, I've been making music for about 2 years and taking it fully serious for about a year. I compare my music to Sofago or Don Tolliver in a way because I'm more melodic with my flows. Typically don't promote my music a lot on IG, only the simple fact I don't get much traction. I usually promote on TikTok and sometimes run ads. The following has been growing, but listens haven't. What should I do? So my number one advice, if you are in this kind of position, promo everywhere. The main problem isn't the algorithms are fucking you over. It's not that you just are shadow banned on the platforms. One of the main advice that I can give is that you are just not getting your music out there enough. My recommendation is that on short form platforms, you should be posting at least 3 times a day on all of the platforms. That's 9 pieces of content every single day, and you should be doing that every single day. Now, what type of content you should be doing, it's up to you. There's different types of content you can do, but I do cover that in the full breakdown. But with that being said, let's take a look at his content. So he said he doesn't promo on Instagram very much, but let's just take a look at what his Instagram looks like. Because we have some posts here and no reels. So number one thing with this, the page looks good, the aesthetic is good, but there's nothing here that sends me to his music. What your profile should be is they should act as a funnel, and there's different points of this funnel. So the top of the funnel is like you're gaining awareness, you're creating short form content to your music so that from that people hear it and they want to listen to it. And then there's clear different conversion points where like you're telling them to go listen to your music, you're telling them to follow you, you're telling them where to find more of your music so that you can nurture them with your discography and gain a fan. And then you funnel them down to the point where they give you money so that you can make a living. But from this, there's nothing I can really critique here because he's not really promoting his music at all, which is something that I would highly recommend. Now on his TikTok, I'm assuming he's posting short form content. Now I'm not going to critique the music itself because I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to assume that all of these people have good music. My recommendation here would be, we'll take a look at how often he's posting. One day ago. Okay, so that's one of the first things that I'm noticing is that he's not posting a lot. Now I know it can be frustrating in the earlier stages because you're kind of just not getting any traction. You have to post a lot, bro. You just have to do it. One of my students, Mabu, he was posting 3 times a day and eventually it cracked. Now he's at like, you can go look him up if you want, Mabu. He's at like 30 or 40k monthly listeners. You just have to try more. That is one of the biggest things. You just have to try more. Keep doing it. Now with these,
Money calling me.
Now, one of the biggest things with this, where he's more showcasing the music, which is fine to do, it's not going to get as many views as what I teach, which is memes and then stealing it, which is, it's an advanced system. But basically, the problem is that there's nothing hooking them in. There's nothing getting their attention. And what you need to have in your short form content, because people are just scrolling, you have to pattern interrupt. If you don't know what a pattern interrupt is, it's essentially just like you kind of, it's doing something completely different to the crowd. And I'll actually show you very quickly what this looks like. Now, something like this video right here is a pattern interrupt, so let's watch it. See, it's a hook, and now this is music. I'm not going to play it because he's going to ear rape you, but like, that's a pattern interrupt. It's using a hook where it's like a viral video that's already gone viral. It's like you think it's going to be a satisfying video, and then it just cuts, boom, it goes to the music. I'll give you another example of a pattern interrupt. And funny enough, this is actually someone that's implemented the stuff that I teach. He didn't really stay consistent with it, so it kind of sucks because he didn't really get anywhere with it. But as you can see, this 2 million view video, pattern interrupt. See, Gordon Ramsay, he says hawk to it, and then it's a fire, and now music, boom, pattern interrupt. That's why it's getting traction, is it's like snapping them out of it, you know? So the biggest two things here would be more consistent, post more, and interrupt. Like, pattern interrupts. You need to pattern interrupt. So the next artist of mine is Native. So we're going to just take a look at what his content looks like. So he's posting reels, which is good. You need to be doing that. If you're trying to promote your music, get more awareness, you need to be posting reels, bro. You just have to. It's free fucking traction. So let's take a look at his reels and see what we have. So he's getting 250, 350, 700, 380. It's okay, but it's obviously not going to get him anywhere. So let's take a quick look at what it looks like.
No stylist. I wake up, I brush my teeth and diamonds. I'm on and off these drugs. Help me switch the climate. I was up all night on fumes.
Okay, so the main thing with this is, for one, and this is no hate at all because people have different visions, but like the editing tends to not go viral. What tends to go viral is when you don't really try so hard, and an example of this would be Ian. I'll show you very quickly what this looks like. As you can see, Ian is fucking crazy viral, and it's all from short form content, and it's because he figured it out. So let's take a quick look at what this looks like. So he's promoting his music, he's gaining awareness, but it's not in this like highly produced, highly edited, like trying type of way. It's more of this nonchalant thing, and that's kind of part of his brand, and you can pull it off where you are doing more highly edited videos, but like you kind of want to not do these types of like transitional, like CapCut type of like zoom in, zoom out, adding like roses to the screens or dots to the screens, type like that. It's like, it doesn't really tend to perform. Now the next thing is when you go to showcase your music, once again, pattern interrupt. The thing with this is we are literally putting our music on the screen, putting our music in the background, and we're dancing around to it. It's gonna get 300 views, 300 people are gonna hear it, but it's like, why would someone stop scrolling for it? Unless your music is absolutely insane, it's insanely catchy, and it's insanely unique, which is very hard to pull off. Possible, but like, unless it is, and have humility with this, don't be arrogant and think you're special, like, you need to get them to have a reason to stop. Now, an example of someone who has figured this out is not my student, but he's figured this out. He has 1.8 million views on his song. His song, it's good, but it's not like out of this world. It's catchy, it's kind of unique, but it's like, it's not the reason this video blew up. The reason the video blew up is because unique transition. It's a pattern interrupt because you see a guy that's about to hit a basketball hoop, and your brain instantly thinks, you have heuristics in your brain that are thinking like, oh, what's gonna happen? So it's like you stay, and then he promotes his music, and now the video went viral. So you kind of see how they're different. You see how this one is like, it has intention behind it. It's intentionally getting someone to stop and watch the video, and then boom, you transition to your music. And every video that goes viral with promoting music, they are doing that. I mean that. They are doing that. I can show you so many countless examples. Now, for whatever reason, my camera battery just died, so that sucks. But we'll go through and look at one more of my students. Now, one of my next students is Cold Records. I'm assuming this is more of like a record label type thing where it's a collective or whatever. On their page, they are posting different things. It's kind of hard to, not in an insulting way, but it's kind of hard to understand the whole aesthetic behind this. It's really bright. It's not super visually appealing to the eye at first glance. It might veer a lot of people away because it's kind of just confusing, and that's not an insulting thing. It's more just like we don't really know what's going on here. We don't really understand what this page is about. It's not very direct and clear on what is here. It is one good thing that a lot of artists mess up is when they're posting short form content, you need to make sure that in the caption, you are making it very clear that the song in the video that you're promoting is found in the link in the bio. You don't do this thing of saying like the song name is the song name and then the artist name. You don't do that. I see a lot of my students doing that sometimes. You want it very clear that they go to the link in the bio to find the song, and then in the link of the bio, you have a call to action. So telling them straight out, like, go stream this song and click the link. And an example of someone who is doing this is this guy right here, who follows my exact system, who does it exactly how I teach it, and he has it very clear, song name, out now, arrow, and then his link tree so you can find the songs. Very easy to stream. And his songs, I'm pretty sure all of his songs collectively have way more than 500,000 streams altogether because he's doing this exactly. So that is one good thing that he has here. Although he's not exactly telling them to go stream it, it would probably help because call to actions that directly tell someone what to do give like a 60% increase in how many people actually do it. So that is an important thing to take note of. Now, if we take a look at the short form content, I can tell here that it is very inconsistent. It needs to be more consistent, and like you really have to be aware that if you're not posting every single day, you are probably not going to see success very fast. You need to be posting consistently. It just has to happen because people just, like, with how the attention is nowadays, people just forget. You need to be showing up on their feeds all the time. Now, when it comes to the actual short form content here, the music is in the background. He's trying to do more of this meme thing, but never stayed consistent with it. With this is kind of like there's nothing really here that like is going to get people to stick around. People just don't really care. You have to give people an actual reason to care. So with this page, I would say the main issue here is that there's just really nothing here. Like if I was a stranger and I was looking to kind of join this person's world, which is what I kind of teach. I teach that you need to create a world and identity behind your music. There's nothing really here that I can really join. Like the reels don't have any consistency behind them. They have this right here, and then they have a meme here, and then they have like a showcase video here. What you would want is you'd want way more showcase videos. You'd want way more content. You'd want the posts to be a little bit more congruent and make a little bit more sense. If you're going to release an album, maybe all that you'd want on the page would be the album as a post, or something like a picture of you as an artist, or a picture of like what you represent. Maybe you in front of like something that gives status. Like a lot of rappers, they take pictures in front of Lamborghinis and stuff. I'm not saying that's what you need to do with your brand, but like you need to showcase what your brand represents, if that makes sense. You need to give off a world so that people feel like they can kind of join in. Now, another mistake that you want to be careful with that I see here is having merch off the bat. If you don't have a nurtured audience and you don't have anyone that's going to buy your stuff, it's very dangerous to be releasing merch already. Not only because you're trying to build a business before you even have numbers, it's going to hurt your mental health, and it's also going to hurt anyone that might try and join your world because they just see that you're trying to sell something. So it sucks because I don't have a fucking webcam, but like the main advice that I would give here, have more pattern interrupts in your videos, have more consistency through your brand, post more consistently, and make sure that you're actually trying to convert people at certain points. Have intention with the text, the captions, the comments that you leave, the bio that you have consistency, and make sure that you are with intention trying to direct them to your music. Make sure you have a big discography, and make sure that you are trying to get them to join your world that you've built. Now, I hope this video has helped you. If you want to maybe be featured in one of these videos that I'm going to make in the future, and I'll make it a little bit longer, give a little bit more criticism on the pages, you could leave a comment in the comments just explaining what you do, and maybe I'll take a look in the comments and make a video on you, and you could be featured. Just make sure that you have your Instagram or whatever linked to your page, and I'll go through, make another video just like this one, and you might possibly be featured. But with that being said, thank you for watching. Goodbye.